So, good morning, class. Today we are going to study the topic of corporate governance. Uh, Corporate governance is that one term which we are listening every day, and we have an idea that what is it's all about. Let us come in some details about it. So, when we talk about this term, corporate governance, there are the two terms. One is corporate, one is governance. So, when we say governance, governance means steering an organization or steering something. That means we are giving a direction to something. Corporate means a corpus, that means a body. That means if we combine the two words, corporate governance, it is saying steering a body or directing a body. So, corporate governance is defining that directing the organization that how it have to work, or what should be the systems or procedures, or what should be the policies and practices or standards which should be in place, so that every person working in an organization, working in the corporate, can follow it, and we can maintain a good relationship between the various stakeholders. And our stakeholders should have reliability on us, should have the trust on the management. So in short, if we say corporate governance, if we refer, it is the technique by which companies are directing and managing, or you can say they are carrying on their businesses as per the stakeholders desires. Now, who are the stakeholders here? Stakeholders are the management, employers, employee, customers, suppliers, government, society. Because the employee is directly related, as he is the person who is owning the organization and looking forward for the profits. Employees are the people who are working for the employer and for the accomplishment of the organization goal. Customers are the people who are using the goods and services produced by the organization. Suppliers are the people with whom they are being associated with, and they are also getting business. Government is involved, as they have to follow all the rules and regulations or guidelines given by the government time to time. Now, the let's come with the society. Now, why a society is added in the corporate governance? Look, whenever there is an organization in the community, in the economy, in the country, they are utilizing some sort of the natural resources of the society. So, it is a duty of the uh, management to take care of that natural resources and use those natural resources in a best and efficient manner. Number one thing, that means they're not supposed to waste the natural resources in any case. Second, with the method of the productions, they have a duty to see that they should not harm the environment. They should not harm any sort of natural resources. They should not harm the health of the people. That means whatever the way they are using a method they are using for the production, it should be environmental friendly. So society also becomes the part of the corporate governance. That means people managing the corporate need to have design the strategies or policies or techniques in such a way that they have to take care of the interest of the employer. That means to the employer they need to give the profits. The employees, that means they need to give the growth opportunities and income opportunities to the employees. Suppliers, giving them the best businesses. Customers, providing them the best products uh, and services. Government, following all the rules and regulations. And society, that means using the methods in such a way, not you wasting the natural resources and not harming the natural resources. So management is answerable to all the stakeholders. So whatever the decisions a management have to make, they need to see that it should be in the benefit of all the stakeholders associated with the organization. So what the management is doing, they are annually conducting the board of director meetings and the committees, concerned committees, where they will see that whether they are able to provide the benefits to all these stakeholders. अच्छा stakeholders में आपके investors भी आते हैं. investors who are investing money. So they should also get the adequate rate of return which they are expecting from their investments. So important part क्या है, that management has to make the balance between the individual and societal goal. Plus, they have to make the balance between the economic and social goals. So, if we say about the corporate governance, it is the interaction between the various participants, or we should say it is the interaction between all the stakeholders in shaping the corporate performance and the way the corporate should run ahead. It is also telling about the relationship between the owners and managers in the organization. That means there should be no conflicts between them. It is also telling the relationship between the owners and the society, owners and the government, owners and the suppliers, and it is defining the standard performance which organization or corporate is expecting from their employees or their management. So, corporate governance is dealing with the manner of provider of finance guarantees. That means a proper rate of returns. They have a clearly distinguishing between their owners and managers. Managers have the deciding authority, the functions, and corporate governance is dealing with the uh, decision or determination of the effective strategic decisions. That what decision should be taken so that it should be benefited in the favor of all the stakeholders. So if we come to these slides and definition to these slides, corporate governance, I'm reading it out. Corporate governance is the application of best management practices, compliance of law in true letter and spirit, and adherence to ethical standards for effective management and distribution of wealth and discourage of social responsibilities for sustainable development of all these stakeholders. So it conduct of business in accordance with the shareholder desires, that is the maximizing wealth, while conforming to the basic rules of society embodied in the law and local customs. So it is the relationship among various participants in determining the direction and performance of corporation. So effective management of relationship is between the shareholders, managers, board of directors, employees, customers, creditors, suppliers, and the community. So these are the major stakeholders of the management whose interest in the need to be taken care of while deciding the strategies and policies of corporate governance. So, but why we need the corporate governance? So that we can have the better access to the external finance. Look, any organization having the best policies, having the best strategies, and looking forward ethically, correctly for all the stakeholders, benefits of these stakeholders will easily get the finances. जहाँ पे organizations cheating कर रहे हैं या किसी एक का ध्यान नहीं रख रहे, suppose an organization is doing all the things in the best way, but they are harming the environment. So financiers might not be interested to invest in those sort of projects. So the simple thing that they are not keeping in mind is that environmental concerns can lead to the less financing from the external parties. Or on the other side, if they are not able to pay off their credits timely, or if they are having the cases, customer grievances cases in a huge number from the customers, so it will again going to affect the finances from the outside parties. So having the better strategies and taking care of all the stakeholders and making happy and satisfied to the all the stakeholders will definitely give the benefit to the corporate to get the external finances, right? Then We can have the lower cost of capitals. Interest rates might be on the loans can be less, because we have proved ourselves as a better good corporate governance. We have proved ourselves as the better providing in the best policies, providing the best product and services by taking care of the all the society, community, customers, and handling everything very perfectly. So might be it will become easy for the corporate to get the loans on the low rate of interest. Moreover, when we are taking care of everything that increase the company's performance and increase the sustainable growth in the company's performance. Higher firm valuation will be there because a company or the organization who is having the goodwill in the market in all the terms will always be valued higher, and their share market performance is also high, and it also reduces the risk of crisis and scandals which they can face if the absence of losing any one interest of any one stakeholders. So, uh, so there are few principles of corporate governance. Number one, as we were discussing, sustainable development or sustainable growth. And here, when we are talking about the sustainable growth or sustainable development, हम सिर्फ अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बारे में बात नहीं करते हैं, हम अपने सारे स्टेक होल्डर्स के बारे में बात करते हैं. क्योंकि अगर हमारे सारे स्टेक होल्डर्स आर ग्रोइंग, आर डेवलपिंग, देन we as an organization will be also growing and developing. एक भी स्टेक होल्डर अगर हमारा इफेक्टेड है तो वह हमारे बिजनेस को भी इफेक्ट कर सकता है. That we need to keep in mind. So we should ensure growth of all individuals associated with or affected by the enterprise on the sustainable basis. Next is effective management and distribution of wealth. Whatever we have earned as in profits or revenues, हमें कई जगह डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना होता है. जैसे पहला होता है डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हमारा to the employees as in salaries. Then we have to distribute to the shareholders in the dividend. To the we have to pay off our interest. We have to pay off our all the payments for the suppliers. So, and we have to pay all the legal taxes. And if we have harmed anything to the society, we have to pay off by maintaining it back to the condition it was, or as in CSR activity, doing something for the society. So we need to have a distribution of wealth properly. So to ensure that enterprise creates maximum wealth and use it properly to create it for maximum benefit to all the stakeholder, enhancing its wealth creation capabilities to maintain sustainability. देखो कस्टमर क्या करे, कस्टमर को कैसे देंगे ये, कस्टमर को they will be provide the best product at the best price. That doesn't mean I'm saying the low price. Best price means प्राइस ओवरचार्ज नहीं होना चाहिए, तो प्राइस इतना भी कम नहीं होना चाहिए कि कंपनी रेवेन्यूज ही अर्न नहीं कर पाएगी. कि जो रेवेन्यूज कंपनी अर्न करेगी उसी से ही वो एम्प्लॉयज को सैलरी देगी, अपने लोन्स पे ऑफ करेगी, शेयर होल्डर को इंटरेस्ट देगी, डिविडेंड देगी, सप्लायर्स को पेमेंट्स करेंगे, गवर्नमेंट के लीगल बाइंडिंग्स जो भी लाइसेंसिंग फीस या एक्स्ट्रा फीस जो भी है वो पे ऑफ करेगी. मोर ओवर अपना प्रॉफिट रखने के अलावा कंपनी अगर अच्छे से अर्न कर पा रही है तभी वो एज एन CSR एक्टिविटी जिसे हम कहते हैं कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी के अंदर सोसाइटी के बेनिफिट के लिए कुछ एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट दे सकते हैं. So I'm not saying that they should charge the low cost, but they should charge the best price, not the overprice for the products towards the customer. Then they need to discharge a social responsibility. That means to ensure that enterprise is acceptable to the society in which it is functioning. Application of best management practices to ensure excellence in functioning of enterprise and optimum creation of wealth on sustainable basis. तो हमारे practices अगर best हैं तो हम obviously excel करेंगे, obviously will be getting the best in the all respective fields in all the functions. Our employees will be following the best policies, our value chain will be the best, our customer policies will be the best, our government implications are the best. So if you are following the best management policies, we are again creating a sustainable growth basis and wealth for everyone. Compliance of law and letter and spirit to ensure value enhancement for all stakeholders guaranteed by law for maintaining socio-economic balance. जितना लॉ इम्प्लीकेशंस है वो तो हमें करना है ताकि सोशियो इकोनॉमिक बैलेंस बना रहे. देखो कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस में शुरुआत की डेफिनेशन में आई हैव टोल्ड यू दैट इट इज द मेंटेनिंग द बैलेंस बिटवीन द सोसाइटी एंड द इकोनॉमी. So to maintain it, whatever the policies is been given by the government, whatever the laws is been given by the government, that need to be adhered by the company in a best manner. So adherence to the ethical standards to ensure integrity, transparency, independence and accountability in dealing with all the stakeholders. आज की डेट में तो हमारे पास राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन एक्ट भी है. दैट मीन्स एवरीथिंग नीड टू बी ट्रांसपेरेंट. आप देखते होगे websites पे they are companies are putting everything that their policies, their customers, everything they are making everything transparent to all the people. In fact जिनकी balance sheets जो approved हो जाती हैं वो भी display होती है so that the stakeholders or the investors can see that what is the financial condition of the company and they need to see that their accountability to the stakeholder is fulfilled properly.